there's no rule. You can paint however you want. But today, this is how I'm painting. This is my business. You're in my house, and this is my rules, okay? Period on that too. Okay, you guys can see this one's trying to stick a little bit. Like, y'all trying to kiss? Don't even try. They trying to get freaky in here, and it ain't. Mom's not having it. Hey guys, it's me, Sai. I have not done a tutorial in a long time. I've been so busy, and yeah, I told you YouTube can be a full-time thing, and I just have other things going on in my life. Today's gonna be a lot different. I've been watching a lot of tutorials on YouTube, and you guys know, if you don't know me personally, I'm always trying to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing, and I love balayage highlights. It's literally almost 90% of my services in the salon, and I want to do a freestyle session with you guys and just have it be really organic, no editing involved, just cut through right here and personal, so you guys can get a better understanding of how I paint. And yeah, that's it. I love to sit back and watch an artist at their craft, at their work. Today we're working with this bob. If you guys are interested in like human hair wigs or a blonde one, a plain canvas, you guys can check my website, which is www.sitestock.com. I'll leave all this information down below. Support a stylist. But anyways, without further ado, let's get right into this. Like I said, this is gonna be really organic. So today I'm gonna be reviewing. So this is kind of like a review and kind of like a tutorial on how I paint my wigs. Like I said, you guys can take this tutorial and use it for your normal clients. So there's no difference between a wig and a real client. I hate when people are wignorants. We call it wignorants in the wig industry. When someone comes in with a picture of someone wearing a wig and they say, that's a wig. And I'm kind of like, why does it matter? Even if it's a wig, it's still human hair. Someone still had to use the same, it still went through the same process of coloring the hair. So what does make it different just because it's coming off the person's head at the end of the night? I never understood that. And I feel like, yes, we have more time with coloring wigs versus a client that has to get out within 5 hours or 8 hours or 3 hours. And then you have this wig that someone brings in as an inspo picture that someone worked 13 hours on. But at the same time, it's up to you as a hairdresser to have structure, to have communication and consultation, and take those steps and communicate with your client saying, hey, we can do this. It's not a realistic goal for just one session, but we can work you into 5 sessions and get you to this ideal inspo picture of a wig. Because it can happen. A lot of the wigs colors you see, it can happen on real human hair, because the wig is real human hair. You know, it happened on this, but it's gonna take time. But it's up to you as a stylist to educate your client, and I think it's so important. And I think just don't be lazy at the end of the day. Okay, so we are reviewing this. I do have it opened already, but this is the Wella Blonde or Ash Brown 17. I did a lot of research, you guys. I love colors that lift and tone at the same time, especially if I have a busy day and I need to lift a lot of my clients up without toning and skip that process. There's not a lot of colors out there that do that. Schwarzkopf, whatever you want to say, did have one, and it was called High Power Brown, but of course they discontinued it, which was one of my favorites. And yeah, usually when good stuff get discontinued, people weren't just using it, or people don't see the beauty in it, and yeah, it was discontinued. So if you have High Power Browns in B3 or B2, send it my way, because I love that stuff. I used to use that to balayage in my clients as low light, especially dark hair clients. It's very hard for them to see a low light if you put it in, but you can only lift so much levels with permanent hair color. But with High Power Browns, it actually lifts through existing hair color as well. So if you had dark in your hair from being blonde, it will actually lift that dark hair color in one session. I mean, in one process. So apparently this is supposed to do the same thing. I have already kind of tested it out, but we're gonna see how it performs on this wig. So the mixing ratio is 1 to 1.5 ratio. And apparently, you guys, this is supposed to lift and tone at the same time, even on hair that has been darkened already. So that's exciting. So let's get right into this, you guys. I'm gonna talk with you guys as I mix up. I have a scale right here, and it's so important to have a scale when you're working in the salon, or even when you're working at home like me, because when all this stuff is tested in the lab, it's tested to be consistent to the exact measurement. So if you are not measuring, because I used to be one of those stylists, and I just literally put the color in here, and it doesn't work for me, I was quick to point fingers at the company, when I know damn well it was my fault, because I was just pouring it in there. I was like, oh, that's okay, it'll be all right, you know. All right, so I think, oops, this is how it looks, something like this. I'm shooting on the front side of the iPhone camera, so obviously it's not going to be at the highest quality. So I have 1 ounce right there. Let me see here. Let me go get the developer real quick, and I'll be right back, you guys. Okay, so I have the developer. I opted to get their developer as well. I always like to do the matching developer with the same brand, because I never know if there's going to be some type of chemical reaction. Again, I used to be that person that bought generic developers too, but you never know, you know, especially if you're testing a product out. You want it to be very accurate. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 to 1.5 ratio. Unfortunately, I'm filming at home. I don't have no gloves, so don't judge me on that. I'll try my best to not to get on my fingers, and at the same time, I don't have a whisk, so I'm gonna use the brush to whisk, even though I don't like doing that because it kind of softens the bristles, and I want it to be not so messy. Okay, so I have 1.5 ounces there. So I'm going to show you guys real quick, and this is Rose Gold My Identity by Guy Tang My Identity, and from our collaboration brush. This is so nice. Shout out to Guy. You guys know I used to work for Guy Tang My Identity. I did take a step down just because I needed some, you know, some personal time to myself, and I felt like, I don't know, it was a really nice journey to go through being an educator and representing for a brand, but I just have a lot of things going on in my life, and I have to take care of myself first. But I'm so grateful. If my team's watching this, I'm so grateful for the friendship we have made throughout the years. And yeah, I can never forget that, and I'm so grateful for everything that the journey took me through. And personal growth, you guys. Okay, so it looks something like this. Now this is supposed to be ash brown. What's really nice about this color is they have different developers. Like I said, I don't work for Wella. I don't know too much about this. This is the first time me actually trying this out. But the stronger the developer, the more lift you can get, the more color deposit you can get into the shaft of the hair. So I just did 6 volume because I honestly want just a sun-kissed effect. So you guys, we're creating a sun-kissed effect. So what I show you today, you can utilize and use on your clients. It just doesn't have to be wigs, okay, you guys? This is my signature balayage pattern, I guess, diagram, whatever you want to, and I'll show you guys how I think when I paint and what I take into consideration. But I hope this really works. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna actually wrap this painting up, because sometimes I will wrap to get a little lift or separation, but we'll see. Okay, it looks something like this. I was hoping it would be white so you guys can see a little bit more on camera. That's okay. Okay, let me show you guys my wig real quick. So this is a 13x6 wig, and you guys don't know what 13x6 means. Oh, I got it burnt. So the parting space is 6 inches right here. There's 2 type of lace frontal. There's 13x4, which the parting start right here, and then there's 13x6. It has a deeper part, so it looks more realistic, and you have more versatility with it. The lace goes all the way around here to here, and then it's a wefted track back here. Okay, you guys, so you guys can see how the hair looks. It's a very dark, almost black brown, and I wanted to give it a sun-kissed look. Now it's so important. Before I start on this, I want to put a disclaimer out there. This video is not sponsored. You are not being forced to watch this. And I'm not saying this product is the best in the market. I'm literally using it for my own experiments, and you guys can follow along. I just really love trying different things. At the end of the day, I want my clients to have the best of the best, and I want them to have different options when they come in and we have a different situation. I want to go in the back room and be like, oh, I got that, I can do this, you know. I also am a licensed professional, so if you're not licensed professional, I really don't recommend doing this on someone or at home. Just go to a salon. And like I said, I'm very different when it comes to educating. I know I don't have the best grammar. I shouldn't have to explain myself, but some people are harsh in the comments. When you put yourself out to the world, people are gonna judge you. People are just gonna be mad and upset. There's a lot of angry people out there, but at the same time, just be grateful for the content that's out there. I don't owe anyone anything. I don't have to be doing this, but I really like to help, and I love putting out good energy to the universe because I know it's gonna come back to me. But like I said, every educator is gonna be different, and everyone has their own educators that they love and understand. In school, I found it really difficult to learn, and there was only a certain amount of teachers that I understood, and the way they taught, I processed better, if you know what I mean. And that's the same thing for the hair world. A lot of educators educate differently so you understand more, and I've always been the one-on-one person. I can't learn in a big group, too much anxiety and all this stuff. But I'm not gonna go on and on. I just want to put that disclaimer out there. I'm not trying to impress anyone. You can easily click on to the next video. You're not being pressured to watch this video, but if you love it, appreciate you guys so much. Give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe, because when I see that love, I'm gonna keep making more video. Okay, so basically, let's pretend this is your client. It's so important to find their very generic part, or where they use the part, because it's important, because balayage highlights are not like foil highlights. It's not repetition work. It's very organic, and it looks different everywhere you part. So I like to have my client part exactly where they're gonna usually put their hair in, so we get the best bangs for our buck. So if you guys understand what I'm saying when it comes to that. Okay. So I like to section out. Unfortunately, we only have 2 clips. So let's pretend like we have 3 clips. So I'm gonna lift her up a little bit, you guys. I hope you guys can see that. Let's see if we can turn on the lights a little bit. I hope that's a little better, you guys. This is the first tutorial in a long time, so it's not gonna be at its best. So I like to part right here. Okay. Like that. You guys see, imagine this was the side of your client's head. So right behind the ear. So this would be right behind the ear. I would part right there. Take a step back so I can see you guys. I will part right there. Okay. And then we're gonna just imagine on this side, and we're gonna do the same thing like that. Okay. So we're not gonna have a clip for this, but we're just gonna imagine we had a clip for this. I like to start painting in the back. It's so important for me because one, most of the bulk of the hair is back here, right? So I like to just knock that out the ballpark and move on forward. Okay, so I'm gonna section this out real quick. Apparently, what am I talking about, you guys? Okay, so our sections are gonna be a little crooked because remember, this is a wig, so the tracks are sewn on an angle. You guys can see I have, this is probably like this thick of a section right now. You guys have to understand, when you're painting, the thicker the section, the more depth you're gonna leave. If you're new to balayage paint, and when you're new to a painting, when you paint, it looks like there's gonna be a lot of color exposed, but you're literally just painting this little strand right here on top, and all this is support underneath. Okay, understand that. So the more thicker section you take, the more depth you're going to reserve. And I think that's where new beginners or new painters, they don't understand the concept or what they're doing. So the thinner the section, because the more color you're going to create. So we're going to create a sombre effect today. So this section is probably a good 2 inch, I would say, or maybe 1.5 inches. So ooh, stay away from this lighting a little bit. Okay, you guys, so we're gonna start right away. Okay guys, so I got you closer to the camera. I do horizontal lines across like this, and it's about 2-inch sections. So I'm literally gonna pinch it like this. Okay, like I said, this is a wig, so it's a little harder for me. So don't judge the way I'm painting, even though I'm probably gonna have someone in the comments trying to shade. Okay, I just take some like this, like that, I will have to admit, you guys, I'm not the prettiest painter, but my work always comes together at the end. And I'm literally, I get down to business, literally. So what I'm doing right now is tracing. You guys can see I'm creating my V's right now. And let me tell you guys, this is very hard to do from the side right here. So you guys are able to see. I'm gonna try to take a step back a little bit and do it on an angle so I can finish off, and I'll show you guys. So I like to trace my shape out first because balayage highlights are like drawing, you guys. You have to trace out your drawing first before you shade it in, right? So I call this tracing. You guys get a better understanding. And what I like to do is when I'm blending, to just sweep up. Don't be so hard on yourself when you're a beginner. When you're a beginner, there's always time to fix your mistakes. I was so hard on myself when I was first learning, and I guess it got me where I am today, you know, being hard on myself and wanting to be a perfectionist. I always will tell you guys, don't quit on yourself. So when you want to blend, you want to sweep up, okay? So I'm going to show you guys exactly. So I just go down like that, and I start to sweep up. And I'm going to show you exactly how it looks, okay? And then the next section, I'm going to show you exactly what not to do, because that's where you're going to get that dippy line effect. You guys can see there's actually no, like, you know what I mean? There's no like dippy line. Look, it really feathers up, like you don't know where it's coming from. So how I achieve that is I actually take whatever's left on the brush and I just sweep up, and maybe I'll leave this one down here and maybe I'll bring this one up. It's all about staggering things, okay? So we got that done. I'm feeling the consistency of this thing. I don't want it to overlip and incubate the heat. I don't want to come off looking like a caramel highlight. I literally want it to look like a kiss of brown. That's it. Okay? So we're gonna take some napkins here. You guys might hear my pressure cooker on my Instapot because I'm actually cooking at the same time. Multitasking. So when it comes to trying to section out a wig, it's very hard because of the tracks. So I'm gonna do my best to drop down this section without grabbing too much. And remember, the more depth you want to keep, the more just thicker sections you're gonna take. I'm trying to take an even section across, but it's probably gonna be a little crooked, you guys. It's easier to color a wig than to find a model and have them, you know, spend time, and you know, a lot of people want money, so you guys have to understand these videos take time. So if you see like a YouTuber online, just appreciate the content. Like, you guys, too many people complain and not so grateful for the content. No one owes no one for these videos. Okay, you guys, so anyways, let's have a sip of coffee. You guys like my coffee? My mug? Okay, we're moving on to our second section. You'll notice I don't go up to the roots. This is where a lot of people make mistakes and they start losing too much depth. There's no reason why you should be highlighting all the way up to the roots underneath where the curve of the head is, because naturally there's not going to be any highlights in here naturally if you had an actual sombre effect. The sombre is used, that term is used a lot, and I think a lot of people are confused of what it means, but a sombre is literally someone with dark black hair that has red tones around their hairline, or like deep bronze tone. That's a sombre to me. But you guys can see I'm tracing out. I'm creating just a slight V, okay? Slight V. I take this paddle board. Like I said, you guys, we are being real and raw today. And I saturate the ends because that gives me grip on the board, right? And you guys, I will admit, like, short hair is really hard to paint because you don't have enough grip on it, you know what I mean? Okay. I don't like the fact that this color is not like super white, so it's not like really bold on camera, so you guys can't actually see how efficient this is looking. Okay, so I went a little too high right here. I'll show you guys from the back view right here. So this is how it looks right here. And again, you notice I went a slightly higher right here because I'm trying to create a stagger effect versus this one. You guys see how that looks? So I did go a little too high. I wish I had some, guys, I'm looking at my comments on Instagram, but I'm gonna take that down a little bit. Okay, you can take some water too to dilute the strength of the lightener in case you don't want to shift your base up there. So there you guys go. That's my second panel. So I'm literally gonna do the same thing on this side. Far as the product right now, I'm liking the way it's the consistency and cleaning. I'm able to sweep. I wish it had like a more tackier clay effect, but I'm not sure if it's clay based or not. So we're gonna do the same thing on this side. You know what would be a good idea is actually getting you guys up here so you can look down at what I'm looking, okay guys? Because if I get too close to the camera, since it is the front camera of the iPhone, the exposure starts messing up. You guys know, I'm just gonna sweep up there just a little bit, and like that. And I really want to test this product out because it says it lifts and tone even hair that has been previously colored. Like, you know, if you have grays and you don't actually want to highlight and tone, you just want to highlight and have something tone, that'd be nice. So you can see I have a really sweeped out effect. I'm not gonna have anything dippy looking. Now you guys can, a lot of people lift and see how the saturation looks underneath, but I'm usually confident with my painting. If you are a new beginner, I would really recommend doing that. You guys see how that doesn't look dippy? I have a little bit of darkness right here and right here. That's how I know it's not gonna look dippy. Okay? Hi, babe. Okay, we got something like that. So this is the back of the head, you guys. You see that? It's, painting is literally visual. You don't overthink it. And if you need to, just start asking people to come in the salon. Book out 3 hours per day or per week and start experimenting on people's head. Find them on Craigslist, just be safe about it. You know, ask them to pay for product and that's it. That's how I learned. So you guys can see I still have depth underneath right here. It's not going up to the scalp, and I also have depth underneath. So I can see it already changing. It's getting a lighter brown, which is nice. And okay, so I'm gonna do my next section, you guys. So what I'm showing you guys today, you can literally take it and use it for your clients or use it for making wigs or whatever you want to do with this information. I like this section because it was really even. So if I have the chance, you guys always have a comb because you're always gonna have to brush it out and get something clean. If I had the opportunity, but since this is a wefted wig, it's very hard to grab because not all the hairs are even. Because if I grab all at once, a lot of it fall off like that. But if I get the opportunity, I like to pinch the whole thing, okay? You grab it by the throat, okay? So this one is gonna be like that, and I'm gonna start tracing, okay? I'll start tracing. So remember, 1 to 2 inch sections when you're trying to preserve depth, okay? And a lot of times I don't even use a board. I mean, my hands are so small that it's really hard for me to maneuver all that stuff in one. I basically like to just do my own thing. You guys, I don't follow any rules, and that's why I enjoy my job because I don't make it too serious, you know? Of course I'm serious about the results, but I try to have fun, you guys. Especially on here too, YouTube. This is a great way to connect with people. So now I'm tracing. This is where I'm gonna feather up a little bit, okay? The consistency of this is really nice, you guys. For just a lightener that lifts and tone, I mean, I can't knock it. Alright, so I have my saturation, and now I'm just gonna go in. You guys know how I started making YouTube videos. It was 2016, I believe. And I made a foilage video, and it literally got shared by one stylist on a forum, and then it got shared by another, and by the time I know, I have like 70K views, which was crazy for me. I didn't think it was gonna get that much view, but yeah, it was crazy. But having that much views, people are gonna critique you and have their own opinions, and I just want to say this, because I'm never gonna be silent and never speak up for myself. Because God gave me this voice to talk, right? For the people that always have opinion or think they can do better, have that type of mentality, like I said, we're all different artists. What I do is not going to be the same way you do it. And so that's all I got to say to those people. And I'm not even calling them haters, like, because I know they're still watching the videos, even if they like it or not. You always take something from a video, even if you didn't like it, you know? But anyways, we're not gonna talk about that anymore. It's out of the way. So you guys can see already how that's coming along. I lift that up. Okay. Hope you guys like this so far. I'm getting this wig done at the same time, getting some content out there, so it's nice for me. And on top of that, I'm cooking. So, alright you guys, we're almost done with this. Okay, this is another section. This is about that thick. Like I said, the thicker the section, the more depth you're gonna preserve. Oh god, this one got all over. That's one thing I enjoy about painting, is I don't want to, you know, put a foil between and do all that. It takes the fun out of it. I just like to drop it, go, you know. That's why I love clay lighteners, because they give me that option. Okay, so this one is a bigger section, so I'm not able to grab it in one piece. So we're gonna do it just like this. So literally the same thing, you guys. This is a repetition, pretty much. Okay, so we're gonna trace out. And remember, if I'm gonna bring up a little higher highlight, I always do it on the outside surface, because you're gonna mess the depth in here up. You want to create like a ball right here, a ball of depth. So if you highlight right here, go up right here, that ball is gone, okay? Y'all follow me? So I just go like that. I'm really, you guys, like, looking up close. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing so far, okay? And if you're watching this, wear gloves, you guys. Protect your hands. I'm hard-headed in the salon, and when I paint, I barely wear gloves, and I always end up with like white chalky hands that are getting lifted from the lightener, and over time that takes a toll on your body, being hairdressers and us having to work every day. We need to take care of ourselves. All right, guys, so I'm saturating right now. Okay, let's pray this batch lasts us to the front. The back is like nice, but front's usually my favorite. Okay, you guys see that? Literally not a line. It goes up high, and you guys can see those pockets of highlight. That's gonna determine your blend. A good balayage highlight does not need a shadow root, does not need a color melt. That's what this sweeping is for. You're creating the color melt right there. You're creating the shadow right there by the feather and the lightness of your wrist. I think it's so important. Of course, you can go back in and perfect it, but a really mastered balayage artist will be able to create those looks without wasting the extra step, or, you know, putting in the extra color work. Okay, so you guys can see that, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. Remember, it's a ball of depth right here. Do not highlight too much right there. That's how you preserve your depth. So right now, I'm just gonna grab this by the throat, and I'm gonna trace first. Remember, guys, trace. I'm gonna trace just a little bit right here. You guys can see that? Ooh, I'm all up in your face, girl. hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to eat. You guys have been seeing my mukbang videos. Like, yeah, I don't know, I love to eat. Alright. You see that? It's so simple, you guys. Everything is visual, and take time for yourself and perfect your craft. Don't be afraid to be at home. I spent a lot of hours alone throughout my career, just in a room working on mannequins. There's nothing wrong with that. People don't see the hard work you put into it. They just literally think you wake up and you're a pro. Everyone that has mastered their craft, you know, sacrificing at home, practicing, you know, it's gonna show. Okay. Hi, you guys. Okay, so you guys see that? It's not dippy. You got some highs right there, high right there. You got your little pockets. So we're literally tracing and shading in our drawing. And we got so much depth here. It's literally gonna look like sombre, like dip, not dip end, but like sun-kissed ends from the sun. Okay? All right, we're gonna move on to the next. I think we literally have 2 more panels left. But this is 180 density bob, so it is on the thicker side. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this bob when I get done. Who knows? Who doesn't like a sun-kissed bob? Like businesswoman couture, come on. Businesswoman tea. So I'm having a little coffee, you guys. I got this cape. Size Styles, check me out. I literally bought it from AliExpress with this cheap logo. I was like, the apron, The apron's cute, like this strap and everything, but the logo looked kind of cheap. If you have to, always have a comb on hand and brush through that panel so it's clean and flat. See, I like panels like this where I can grab the whole thing. Let's show you guys here. Okay, this is why it's doing that. So I'm just gonna rotate you guys like that. Okay, you can see that a little bit better. You guys can probably see my whole business, my whole kitchen and everything. I mean, whole living room, that's okay. All right, you guys. Okay, yeah, so we're literally gonna start off tracing. So start your outlining right here. This is gonna help you prevent from it looking dippy because you have these 2 walls. Oh, we're gonna call it valleys or something. I don't know what we're gonna call it. I think Candy Show calls it valleys. I took her class I think 2017. I don't know, before I even got heavily into the education world. I don't know, it just never gets old. It's so fun coming to work knowing you're gonna paint a canvas. This one's acting a little crazy. Okay, I should have combed it out more, but I know a lot of people don't like sweeping up like this because they say it roughs the cuticles, like you're pushing up so the cuticles are bringing up, but honestly, I never had an issue with it. So I'm literally going to paint like this forever because it works for me. If it don't work for you, boo, don't do it. You know what I mean? You literally don't even have to follow what I'm doing here. You can use it as a beginning foundation to something else or whatever you decide to do, you know? I was thinking like the next tutorial I do, I'm not even gonna talk. I'm literally gonna sit here, have my cup of coffee or tea, listen to jazz, and paint away like you guys aren't even watching. Just and see, this section is a little bit on an angle because it's the arch of the wig and the track is sewn higher, but you guys can get the idea of how I painted that. And as we shift over, look, dap, dap. Not gonna be a line of demarcation. Don't even need to do a color mount on this one. Save yourself some time, okay? Oh my goodness, this video is actually gonna be an hour long almost because we're at 40 minutes already. Jesus, what is happening, girl? Is people gonna get bored or are they just gonna click out? I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Just kidding, you guys. Okay, so we have 2 more sections left. Like, I'm really loving the energy because I think I'm getting my point across. It's so hard with English being second language. You guys know I wasn't born here, and of course I don't have an accent like I guess like your stereotypical Asian accent or whatever. Like, I don't want to put us in a box or anything, but English is my second language, so sometimes people don't understand, but that's okay. So I'm tracing it out again, you guys can see. I'm tracing this out, and I think the key is the very last section I do, and I'll show you guys. I'm sorry about the camera quality and everything, but you guys, I just believe recording on my phone is so much easier, and it's just like, when I get done, I literally take the content and upload it through the YouTube app. There's no like extraness going in hand. So you guys can see I'm feathering up now. Ooh, you guys, my Instapot is almost done. I'm so hungry. I did a shredded chicken today and a little bit of onions, and I put like some Thai chili peppers in there. And then I'm just gonna eat it as is like that because I have been trying to avoid carbs and gluten and all that extra stuff that you don't need. So the girl trying to be snatched for next summer, because this summer I was like semi-snatched, but not like whole, you know, Holy Bible snatch. I just made that up. Okay, we might need to open another batch. And you guys might be out there, like I know like Lightener loses strength after 45 minutes. So it is important to mix up another batch. But those are things you need to tell your client too. And I might have to mix up another batch. You might be charged so-and-so instead of just literally doing it and charging them. But you guys can see how it's looking. If I crack this open, you know, dab. And the way I'm painting, it's not just, it literally looks like a painting. You know, the shades, the valleys and everything. It takes time and practice and visual. Everything is visual. Once you master learning how to paint visually, there's nothing can phase you. You can literally look at a picture and be like, oh, I know how to paint. I know how the hair was painted. And I think it's so important to understand how hair was painted, because you're not going to have a teacher in the salon with you when you do get that client that comes in and they want something. You have no idea how to do it or how you're going to do it. Trust me, I'm saying that because out of experience. Honey, I used to be in the back room like, how the heck am I going to formulate this? How am I going to tackle this color job? But you have to put yourself in those scenarios to grow from it. Period. Okay? Shoot. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to put this down a little bit. So this one's very important, okay? We are going to get closer on this one. Because this is... balayage highlights are like layering a cake. Think of it like that. Have you ever baked a cake? If you're not, go to a baking class. When you go into the grocery store, we're going to imagine this was a cake. When we go into the grocery store, we see this beautiful red cake or white cake. It's the same thing, like all these layers. But when we cut it open, if I would cut this cake open, yes, it looks floral on the outside, but I guarantee it's all white cake on the inside or all chocolate. So this is the same thing. Like everything you do underneath here, yes, it counts, but at the same time it don't. What counts the most is the top layer, and this is like the veil to everything. Okay, so this is where we're gonna get closer to the root. You notice, like if you look here, I have a lot of depth. So this top layer is a little thicker than 2 inches because I'm just trying to get this over with, sis, okay? So what I do is I'm gonna trace again, you guys, okay? So I'm gonna trace this side out like that, I'm gonna trace other side. Oh. Okay, so we're tracing already. We have a tracing going on. This is kind of nice painting in the dark. I mean, not really the dark. I'm gonna probably turn on the living room lamp real quick just to add some light to this. Oh, you guys can see I'm painting, but this one I'm gonna go up more all the way. Oh my goodness. And with wigs, they do have a lot of baby hairs on top, because that's all the return hairs. I'm not gonna go into return hairs because that's like actually educating you guys on wigs, which we're not doing this round. This is just literally a balayage highlight tutorial. But I'm gonna bring this up all the way, and this is gonna be the veil for what's underneath, okay? So this is mom right here. She's protecting her children down here with her raincoat. I don't know. So this is what I have to deal with when I do wigs. All these baby hairs right here, they can affect the blend of my wig, which is hard, but that's probably the only struggling part when it comes to this. I'm actually gonna angle this over here. I want it you guys to see when I do it, but that's all right. So I do have some lumpiness going on, so I'm gonna try to brush that down a little bit. Typically I don't like to do this because I feel like it does affect my blend a little bit, but in this situation we have to break rules a little bit, because when you're sweeping up trying to blend, you guys, like those dang baby hairs they try, honey, they really try to mess you up. Okay. So I really like this freestyle session because I think I enjoy it. I hate when things are scripted, and like right now I'm truly myself and I feel good about it. But now I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. This is like literally full panel, this top one. You can see this full panel. Of course, I didn't go like super heavy. There's some feather pieces, but you guys can see this is mother, okay? This is mother. She's protecting all her children from the rain. Look at that. See all that darkness on there, and then bam, you got light. So it's like layering a cake. This is the top layer of the cake. So this is literally looking like that floral head I just showed you, but when we cut into that floral head, it's all chocolate underneath, okay? Period on that. So that is the key for the perfect blend for all clients, you guys. That is my signature. I just gave you my secret. Don't come for me, okay? Don't say I never did nothing. Just kidding, guys. All right. Bam. There you guys go. Look kind of crazy, right? It's not the prettiest. If I wanted to, I could paint for beautiful process pictures, but this is just getting the job done so you guys understand the concept. And I'm trying to teach you guys how to freestyle paint, where you can just pick up a piece and you know exactly where you're going with it and what you're doing it. I do a lot of horizontal work and not vertical. So we're gonna move on to the sides. I don't know, you probably can't see it. You guys can see a little bit of the brown happening. Yes, magma. What is this? Magma. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the side. The side is my favorite, you guys. It's really quick and easy, and once you understand how the sides work, you're gonna go into the side like, now I finally understand. You know? So I do take thinner sections. This is probably just an inch or inch and a half. You guys can look up close. I love detailing out the hairline because I think it's so important. I'm not going to mix up another batch, but if you guys were working on a real client, I think it's important to mix up a batch. I want to tell you why I see this all the time, and I understand like everyone paints differently. We have a different look we're going for, but when you're trying to create a sombre, there's no way in HELL there's a highlight coming right here from the inside of the head, okay? If it's natural, it doesn't work that way. It's literally coming from the outline of the hairline, because that's the only part seeing sun. You know, you have to visualize how, you know, a woman or a man, whatever, has their hair up. Like me, like if I would have sombre highlights, I always have my hair up in this bun. Literally, this would be sun-kissed, and everything underneath here would be still black, okay? So it's so important. In order to be able to paint organically, you have to understand how the hair is highlighted naturally with the sun. I take this serious. Don't play. So we're just gonna outline the hair then. So we're literally gonna outline this, and you want to be gentle when it comes to outlining the hairline, because this is close to the scalp, and you will get hot roots, meaning you will get like a higher lift at the roots, and then all of a sudden the rest is like crazy looking. So I'm tracing the front of the panel. This is not on top. This is literally in the front. So when they have their hair down, you can't see it, but when they curl it back, you're gonna be able to see it, because that's how sun-kissed somebody should look, right? Okay, I don't know. Okay, as you guys can see, I traced that out, and I'm literally gonna go in and saturate the ends. I'm gonna build right here, and then you guys see that? I'm gonna, hey, hi. Yeah, you guys, I be so serious when it comes to painting. I forget to talk to my client. I mean, like this in the salon, like in my own world, like. Okay, this one might be a little crazy because we got a lot of baby hair. You guys see that? You see that? It's not really a dippy effect, or what am I talking about, dippy effect? It's not really, bam, right there. I'm feathering up, and I'm gonna build up right here, you guys. Get a little heavy right here, and of course, like I'm getting a little bit right here, but bam, right there. So, let me saturate the ends on this. And then I'm gonna write the top, because I got color right there. I don't want that to lift. And I think with this brand, this Magma, I think it's really important to really saturate, because it is working really hard trying to deposit this color in at the same time lift. So we're gonna take a little dollar store napkin, you know what I mean, for my birthday party. Okay, now you can see exactly what I mean. You understand my concept. So we're gonna take my first panel out and look at this. See how it literally is shaping out. I'm just literally outlining the hair. I'm literally outlining here because there's still dark right there. So I'm literally outlining the hair, and the only part that is fully paneled out is the top layer, because I'm trying to mimic a cake. Someone probably gonna try to throw some shade in the comments. So I'm like, a cake? This is not a cake, this is hair. But you know, some people learn that way if I talk that way. Okay? So I'm literally gonna repeat this same section, this same part over and over, okay? You guys can see how heavy that hairline is. You know what I'll do? Maybe I will finish this wig on here, and then maybe I'll customize the hairline, and maybe I'll wear it for you guys and show you how it looks. The only thing is this lace is a darker lace, so it's not gonna match my skin complexion, but you guys can get the idea of it. This wig has been processed, so this is the ultimate test if this does what it's designed for, because this is a processed wig, meaning it's not from the same head of hair. This is from multiple people, and then it went through a dye bath, and they have, like, when it comes from, you know, wherever you decided, they have like industrial grade dye. I would call it a dye because it probably is a dye. It's not even, they probably don't even mix up developer. It literally is like a henna dye. I don't know, but that's what I believe. I don't know. Maybe I'll do my research so I can educate you guys more accurately. You guys can see that now. I'm literally doing the same thing. Don't dip it out. You have to feather out. The highlights always go higher around the hairline. Now I get to show you guys visually. See how I'm painting that? So imagine when your client, like, okay, let me show you guys. Okay, see how that's looking right there? See how when I pull that panel back, there's a pocket of death underneath there? Imagine your client going like this, you know, when they're out and about or at lunch, and you know how some people just go like that to look cute. Imagine that flow of highlights coming right from the scalp, and those valleys of darkness. That mimics how natural hair would look highlighted, sombre or whatever, y'all. Sombre, ombre, balayage, highlight are misused so much, and it's like people get so confused, especially on social media. Everyone's trying to get their content to be seen. So I see a lot of foil work being hashtagged balayage highlight, when it's not really balayage highlights. All a lot of people are doing, including me, because I wanted my content to be seen, but I stopped doing because it really wasn't it really wasn't marketing properly to our viewers. Is you guys already know this. I made a video on this, teasing and saturating the ends in lightener and then foiling. That's I don't think that's balayage highlights. I just think it's just a different modern way of highlighting here, and it's, I guess, balayage highlight have come to be known to look concentrated blonde at the end, and then you get a strip of blonde around the hairline. That's like the generic, like the modern day balayage highlights, when really a balayage highlight is fluid painting like this. Shoot, I'm just saying. And you're never gonna get a high contrast look with this. It's more of people that are low main, that just really want an organic look, like for real organic, you guys. Okay. Now with this, I can go heavy on the hairline because this is a wig. There's no heat coming from the scalp, you know? So, but if this is a real person, I have to be really careful on how heavy I go. So, you guys can see right here. The key is to keep the circle, we're gonna call it a circle so you guys on the pocketed depth right here. There's no rules. I understand there's no rule, but I'm shooting for a different look today. I'm teaching you guys on how to truly paint organically and how I see things, every panel, every section that I take. If I paint right here, I'm highlighting, I'm overdoing it. And I'm not preserving the depth. And there's no one in this world, if they had natural highlights, are gonna have highlights right here. The sun never sees this part unless they part right here. Okay, but this is a client that parts in the middle, and the sun had never seen the inside right here, girl. So that's how we're gonna paint it. But what's beautiful about balayage technique is there's no rule. You can paint however you want. But today, this is how I'm painting. This is my business. You're in my house, and this is my rules, okay? Period on that too. Okay, you guys can see this one's trying to stick a little bit. Like, y'all trying to kiss? Don't even try. They trying to get freaky in here, and it ain't. Mom's not having it. Okay. Let me go ahead and wash my hands. A little bleach on my hands. Hi, babe. Hi, babe. Okay. I got my Instapot cooked for an hour, so hopefully that chicken's like super tender, because it didn't go in there frozen. Alright, you guys, so we're on to the next. I literally think I'm repeating myself over and over, but I think people learn differently, and you guys probably need to see me do it over and over. Like I said, same sectioning. You guys can see, same sectioning. There's a lot of baby hairs. Please understand when you highlight baby hair, like my last video I did, which I took down because I just want to take it down, you know what I mean? Like, there's some things I didn't like about the video. And like I said, it's hard putting yourself out there because everyone likes to judge and critique, because everyone that is behind the screen is a pro for some reason. You know, sis, if you're a pro, make some videos so we can learn from you. Stop hiding all that talent. Share with the world, you know what I mean? So literally the same thing. I trace out my front piece, and then I saturate the ends like this, and I use that same axis product, and I build up from there. Okay, like that. See, I build up from this. I'm not a name brand whore. When it comes to anything in life, I wish I was like more loaded so I could have nicer things, but literally humbled. I'm happy with what I have. It's same thing with products. I'm happy with literally what I have to use. It's so important not to go out and buy the fanciest stuff. Save your money and learn your craft with just what you have. Learn a skill set. Learn to be skilled with the most horrible equipment. And once you master having the horrible equipment, this makes it easier, you know? You don't want to, well, maybe you do, but it's me. You want to learn to paint with the crappiest brush, because when you actually use one that's really good, it's like, what? But this is a painter brush by Framar, I believe. It is probably one of my favorite brushes to use because I just get really big strokes out of it. That sounds sexual. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up. I think I'm going a little heavy, but I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. Let me bring this up a little bit. My lips is dry, girl. Someone tossed me a Carmex or something. Okay, you guys can see, right? Let's take a step back a little bit. You guys see that? I'm sorry if the light exposure is messing up. You can see how I'm highlighting up the hairline, but as I get right here, these pockets need to exist. Otherwise, you're gonna have a line. So leave those pockets in there, just feather out. It starts shaping itself and follow it. You guys see that? So I'm gonna saturate the ends. You guys can see those valleys and everything. Girl, this is gonna be beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, how much panels do we have left? Let's take a look at our back. This is literally gonna be the perfect sombre because this is literally giving me exactly the lip I want. And you guys are gonna see in the daylighting when I had this wig on and it turns to Seance. That's my alter ego, by the way. You guys can see like exactly what I was talking about. This is, I just love hair colors that speak volume, and it doesn't have to be bleached out platinum blonde. I know that trending like louder is better. I think little is better. I think the most sophisticated hair is like the bomb. Like when it's truly organic and looks beautiful natural, it's never going on style, let me tell you that. We're talking about Victoria's Secret and all those organic looks, right? Okay, this is literally me outlining the hairline. This naturally is gonna create a money piece already. So you guys don't have to worry about that term money piece anymore, okay? We can call this the love piece because money is evil, okay? We can call this the love piece. At first I called it bring your hair back to life piece, but we're gonna call this the love piece. It's literally gonna get you into the mood to making love, okay? And that's on period. Or whatever, girl. Yeah, this is probably the longest tutorial you ever have in your life, and this is probably gonna take like 10 hours to upload. Y'all know YouTube be doing the most when it comes to uploading. You guys ever try to upload a video on YouTube? God, it takes forever. Like 3 days. That's probably because I got an old computer. Like, someone needs to pay me for these video tutorials so I can upgrade on camera equipment, you guys. Like, the struggle is real. We power around here, honey. We need some funds. We need some funds, you guys, to upgrade. It would be really cute to actually just rent out a little studio just to film in. But you guys, I don't have enough followers. YouTube is not getting me a check like that. I hear a lot of people make a good career off of YouTube. Like literally they get $1,000 checks per week or something like that. How do you even do that? But also, like, how do you sustain that? Is that something that only lasts for a few years? That like what you're gonna do later on in life? It's crazy. All right, so I'm probably gonna do 2 more panels right here, you guys. Okay. Oh. I hope I'm not boring you guys. If you do not want to watch this whole section, just move on to the like zoom. I mean not zoom, but fast forward, because it literally is the same stuff over and over. This whole piece. You might want to see like the top layer of the hair. What I do, but remember that ball of pocket of death. Remember, visualize that ball and never overpaint there. This is my rules, and that's how I create a sombre or a natural highlighted effect. You can do it any way you want to. Remember, freedom of paint. You're not locked to a chain or behind bars. You literally get to paint the way you want to. the way you want to. I am gonna leave you guys for a little bit because my food's done and I want to see if I need to cook it a little bit more, because this is the first time me actually cooking chicken breast frozen in the Instapot. And your girl's gonna be hungry after this, okay? Again, you guys, oh god, I'm getting messy, you guys. Okay, you guys can see how I did that, right? See? If I switch that over, you see that? That is the key, okay? We need to come up with a term with this pattern right here so you guys can do it. All I know is trace, grab it by the throat, build up from the mids and ends, and then feather up. Use your all your product that you put on the mids right here and build up from there like this. Remember, the way you feather and the way you take time on panel is gonna save you from doing shadow rooting and melting. A true painting doesn't need to do all the extra work. The feathering and the stroking is your color melt, is your blend already, okay? Period, okay? I'm gonna use that word the whole time. I've been so happy, you guys. My face is looking a lot slimmer. I've been on a gluten-free diet, not because by choice, but for health reasons. You guys, I am out there. I'm being a mother and just telling you guys to take care of yourself. That's why I took a step down from my identity. I just needed to take care of myself. I wasn't taking care of myself. I was too worried about, you know, what city I was going to be in next. Even though I didn't do a lot of classes like a lot of team members, it was my stress level is different from everyone else because everyone's in a different world. Everyone's dealing with different things in their life, and I feel like, you know, something that doesn't stress other people might stress me because, you know, we all cope differently, okay? That's the unique thing about being a human being, is we're all different and beautiful in our own way, you guys. Okay, so this is my last panel. This is going to be a lot different, but I'm already starting to trace. So this is in front of the panel. Remember that, you guys. This is in front of the panel, so when this drops, it's not going to look as stripy as you think it's going to look. We're going to grab her by the throat right here. So yeah, let's bring this up a little bit more. So I've been really into jazz. I'm listening to jazz right now. It's just so relaxing, and I feel so grateful to have jazz in my life. I've never actually been to a live jazz concert, so if any booze watching out there, you want to treat me and take me out to dinner besides my boyfriend, and just hit me up, girl. Okay, so we're gonna build right here, okay, and then we're gonna feather up. But I might have to face this my way because this front piece is important. I don't want to mess it up. This one is gonna be a little bit, it's just gonna be like the back. Remember what we did with the back? How we almost painted a full panel? But this time we're not gonna paint a full panel, but we are gonna bring it up because this, okay, imagine she always has her hair parted in the middle. She lives in California on Venice Beach, and she's just that rich bitch, and you know, she has a strong middle part because she's a businesswoman, so the sun sees her middle part all the time. Just imagine that, okay? Yeah, I don't know where I'm getting these stories from, but I just imagine. I don't know. By the way, never let the kid die in you. It keeps you dreaming. It keeps you wanting more. And never let someone kill your dreams. At the end of the day, there's so much dream crushers out there, especially online, you guys. With half of our kids being raised online, they get to deal with a lot of bullies. I know I get bullied online too because I put myself out there. If you don't follow me on my Instagram, I do runways, I strut, and you know, the comments hurt at the end of the day, but at the same time, you have to really dig deep and realize hurt comes from the person trying to hurt you. So they must be hurting that bad to be trying to hurt you. So you start to feel sorry for them once you understand like why they're doing what they're doing. A person that's happy never has that type of behavior. Promise you that. Okay? But yeah, I'll be lecturing about everything. We're painting right now, but I'm just speaking to you guys heart to heart as a real human being. And yeah. Okay, so this panel is literally like the back. I'm not going to separate the ends yet, but I'm going to show you guys. So remember how the back, we did this? Look kind of crazy on camera, like you don't understand, but you have to watch the whole video. We had depth, pocket depth underneath, we had that ball, and then we had this full panel, like a veil, like a layer of a cake. You guys see all those valleys? Yes, girl. Okay, now we get into the front. Now we literally doing the same thing to the front. So if I pick this up, depth, right? Darkness, bam, bam, we just layered the cake, honey. We just layered cake. I need some chapstick, you guys. And you guys can see how close I got to the scalp. Look at that. And then the money piece, bam. Not even the money piece, the love piece. Let's call it love piece, you guys. Let's create a new trend here. We're gonna saturate the ends. Okay, we can saturate the ends. You guys, one time a company reached out to me. They asked me to go live at the salon and, you know, talk about my painting. I literally died. I almost had anxiety. I don't know why. Usually when I'm in my comfort, my own home, and I'm able to create my content, I do fine. But when I'm put on spot and like scripted, that's when the anxiety comes to play. I don't know what's wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. I just have anxiety at the end of the day. And I refuse to take medication. That stuff will ruin your brain, girl. God made me exactly how I am, and that's perfectly fine. So you guys see the valleys in here? You see that? That full panel right there underneath? All that beautiful depth mirroring together. It's like, ooh, I love you, baby. Okay. Alright, okay. So, this video is going to take a long time. I need to mix up another batch. I love you guys. Don't be mad at me for this, but I need to check on my food. We multitasking right now, okay? I showed you guys the back. I showed you guys the side. I'm literally gonna do the same thing on this side. So I'm not gonna show you that side because I'm literally gonna eat, film the rest, and call it a night, okay? But the back, the front, and this is identical to this side. So what you guys see on this side, please do the other side like that. And then I'm probably gonna end this video by showing you guys the after, how this wig turned out. So that's gonna be the next clip right now. I am back. So this is the end results. You guys can see it just looks really effortless and organic. You don't have that super stripy highlight that goes around the face. It's really soft and yeah, that's it. Pretty much it. I think it looks a lot better curled, the color. I thought it was gonna look crazy high contrast, but that's the results, you guys. So if you are looking to create lived in sombre hair for your clients, this is my go-to technique. And like I said, you can even create a high contrast look by using a different type of bleach or developer and just toning it the way you want. But that is the end results there. Don't look in the background, you guys. Today's laundry day, so my apartment's a lot crazy messy, but it's just really effortless, and you can't really tell exactly where the highlights are coming from because it literally looks like it's sun-kissed. Hope you guys can see that. There's so much dimension. There's not too much color going on. There's just beautiful lived in balayage. I don't know, guys. But there you guys go. It's Friday today, so happy Friday to everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and put her on and show you guys how she looks. Okay. All right, so guys, I am back. This is the whole sombre look. All right, guys. So I got a little ahead of myself. I never even told you guys what I thought about this product. I'm not sure if I would buy it again. Maybe I did something wrong. If you guys have experience with this product, comment down below. I did leave it on for almost an hour and a half, so maybe it overlifted, but I only used 6 volume, and I was shooting for medium to dark ash brown, and I got this burnt caramel tone, so I'm not sure where I went wrong. It is wig here, but at the same time, on the instructions, it said it could lift previously darkened hair. So I don't know what went wrong. I noticed when I went to the store, they did have a natural brown. Maybe I should have got that, but I got ash brown because I knew when I lifted this wig, it would pull warm, and I thought the ash was going to counteract that and neutralize it, which it didn't. I don't know what I did wrong. I'm not sure if I would buy this again, but it was fun to try. Let me know what you guys think if you've tried this products, and let's continue on with the rest of this video. Okay, from the side, just a really natural. You guys know I live for natural painting. We are in front of the ring light. You guys can see how the tones keep on changing because it's just hard to really capture natural colors like this in the light because it's not super high contrast. But this is the end result. Hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I'm gonna use a little bit of my dirty side. Okay, you guys, something like that. If you guys like the way I curled this wig, let me know down in the comment section below. I'm gonna create a tutorial, but there you guys go. Whatever. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this tutorial with me. Watch this tutorial, girl, what you talking about? Taking the time to watch this tutorial that I made for you guys. Hope you like it. If you have any suggestions on my next video, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I love you guys so much. And tag me if you try this look into the salon. Because she giving you natural vibes, right? She giving you sun-kissed vibes, and that's all that matters. Anyways, guys, love you. Have a happy Friday. Mwah.